So you've been watching loads of content on Arma Reforger, and now you're thinking, I want to play it. You've downloaded the game, you've got it, it's installed on your console. What do I do now? Well, in this video, I'm going to go through every single step I can possibly give you for 2026. Tips, tricks, how to equip your kit, how to equip your guns, how to load in vehicles, how to load in helicopters, how to fly helicopters, how to drive vehicles, how to heal yourself. I'm going to fit everything I can possibly can into this video to help you get started in Arma Reforger. If you have got any other tips and tricks that ain't in this video, drop them down in the comments section below. I'll happily add them. I'm still learning. I've got 870 hours on console and I'm still learning. You're learning every day. There's new things being brought out for it all the time. Don't forget to like the video, subscribe for more. Let's get into it. Push X or A, continue. It brings us into this menu here. This is the first page you come to. You've got all of these scenarios, campaign, training, and different modes that you can play. Highly recommend doing the training because that will give you the basics of how to drive a vehicle, get into a vehicle, unlock a vehicle, shoot weapons, fly helicopters, range finding, and so on. I'm going to show you that in this video, but this is another option for you in training. Okay, it's a great option. Highly recommend it. So when you're coming into the game for the first time, this is what you want to click: multiplayer. Click multiplayer. This will bring up all the different servers. Now, if you're new, you've never seen like servers before, don't worry. This will make it simple for you. There's many different server names, many different styles of play, many different ways of playing. Give an example. AAS is what I'm going to show you guys today because this is what we're going to be showing the map on. There's conflict, which is like the next one down there. So say for example, Rubber Band Rangers, that's a conflict mode. Not all of them will say conflict or AAS or command. So this is the community. This is all what the servers that the community have made, like WCS, well-known old guys, Rubber Band Rangers, Battlefront Madness, Dad's Army, official, the Bohemia servers, and these are all like vanilla. These are the basics of the game. This is the core of the game. So you're going to be in this, you're going to be looking for what servers to play. Say for example, I'm going to go to one of the ones that starred. So when it's starred, that means it's favorited. And up the top bar there, you see a list of all different things. So that's my favorites at the top. For example, this is Dad's Army. What we'll do, we'll click on this and this will automatically download a load of mods for you. That being said, the mods for the first time can take a long time to download. I'm going to save you time by showing you a couple of little hacks in this video on how to manage your mods a bit better. So if I want to look what mods I need to download, I will click the large button in the middle of your controller. And there's the details. So if you look at the bottom right of my screen, it says remove from favorites, details, and join. If I click the details, that's going to give me a list of all the mods I need to download. I know it says 3.0 gig at the top right, but the total amount to download is 15.2 gig. Now, regardless of your speed of your broadband, you ain't going to get super fast download speed. It's a fact because it's bottlenecked. All right, it's bottlenecked on console. PC is absolutely fine. Here's all like the mods that need to be downloaded, and here's the mods that are green ticked will basically be the mods that you have already on your system. You won't going to have that. You're going to have none if you are a brand new player. Now, a lot of these are fairly small, like apart from this one here, WCS NATO, that's 758 megabytes. So that's 3/4 of a gig. And then you go further down, and then you've got RHS content pack, which is 6 gig to download, and it takes ages and ages to download. So with that, what I do is I manage my mods. Average servers are around 15 gig. Some of them are bigger. Hey, future me, I'm just watching this back and I didn't realize I told you how to do the mod management. So how I would do the mod management, if I've got too many mods, what I tend to do is I save the biggest mods that I know are going to be used for the server, example RHS content, or if you're playing on a server that uses WCS mods, then like WCS NATO, WCS armaments, WCS clothing, all of the bigger mods I will then put to one side. So I'll disable all, then re-enable the RHS content packs, the WCS packs that if that server is using, or any other big packs like GRS, ACE, or anything like that. Any big ones you see that are over 500 meg and you know are going to be used in the server you're going to, enable them. The rest of them are disabled, delete, and then start downloading the mods for that server you're going into. I would say do that if you go to different servers. I would say do that every week, because there's a lot of mods that get updated and it can cause like a bit of a build up of mod space. So you can favorite all your servers that you want to play on. Okay, by doing so, you just click the triangle, or I believe Y button, and then that will favorite it. That will highlight it as a favorite, so it'll be in your favorite list. I'm going to go to recently played. I was on Battlefront Madness, and then we're going to click join. So push X or A to join. So that's going to give me a list of things that I'm going to be downloading. This will automatically download your mods for you. That whole download took us around about 6 minutes. That's not too bad, really. So this is the page you'll be greeted with. I'm logging into Battlefront Madness. I highly recommend Battlefront Madness. Brilliant server. As a lot of guys will help you out, being new players as well. Okay, when you get into servers, you might come across this problem with the team balancing. So if you want to join NATO, you kind of have to wait a little bit, someone to join the Russian side. Okay, so now we're in NATO. You want to join like a group or create your own group. You can create your own group. For this scenario, we're going to create our own group just to show you what you can do. Now we scroll down to that, click X or A. This is Recon. You do have other options there. You can choose. We're going to go transport, because I can only have 2 people in that, for example. You can change the name. You can change the description of the group. This for this example, we're just going to push on. Now we're here. Now we've done this. Hold down X or hold down A. We're into the map. This is the map. I'll show you around the map first. That's your MOB, main operating base. That's where you want to load in for the first time to get your kit done. Ignore people that say, oh, falling Barbies and stuff like that. Just ignore that, all right? Because you're going to get that. But bear in mind, you're a new player. And I'll show you the rest of the map shortly. Right, so when you come into the game for the first time, obviously you're going to be loading at this point here. There's going to be so much you want to do straight away, but my advice is just to get yourself familiarised with everything. So the first thing we're going to do is head over to the armoury. This should be your armoury. This should be where you get your weapons from, and this will be where you get your clothing and other utilities from. You can't really see what we're dressed as. What we're going to do is right on the D-pad. This will bring up this menu. This will show you what's on your clothing at the moment and what you have, as in weapons, ammo, gun. So that's your weapon. M16 carbine. There's all your bandages and everything else. So the first part you're going to see is bacon loadout. It's going to be a bit more in depth, and this is something you'll learn over time. We'll go through this after I've gone through the basic part. So you scroll down on your D-pad until you get to open arsenal. Push square, or I don't know whether that's B or C, but it's the left button. It's square for PlayStation. That's going to bring up this menu right here. You can run with this gear. This is not a problem. But if you're coming in and you want to use the new guns and the new clothing and everything else, this is what we're going to do. We're going to move the D-pad around. Yeah, you can like go around. You can see where it's highlighting all different parts. So we're on this now. See where it's highlighted that? It's highlighted this now. You got the yellow squares around it. I'm going to push right on the D-pad, and then it's highlighted this section. This is basically all your clothing and what you're wearing at the moment. Click X or A, and then square to drop. And look down the left-hand side. Yeah, you can see all the options. So we'll drop that. We'll go down to our top. We'll drop that. We're going to get completely naked. Boots off. There's your binoculars. I don't like using these ones. I like using rangefinder. We'll get rid of the gun as well. Now that's completely emptied you off. The only thing you've got on your body at the moment is a watch. That's it. and your pants or underwear. So now we're going to click left on the D-pad, and then we're going to come to this section. This is going to give us our clothing. First thing you want to do is have a look at the top you want to wear. Okay, got loads to choose from. L1 to R1 to scroll through the menus. I'm going to go with a standard basic kit just to get us started here. For that, I want to select this one, which is square. That's now equipped that. Go down to trousers. I want something to match it. That matches it. I'm going to push square. Do that. You've got loads of different options. Yeah, loads and loads and loads of different options. But for this example, we're just showing you the basics. Gloves. So obviously, when you're hiding in a bush, you don't want your skin tones to be coming through the bush because they're easily recognizable. I'm going to put on some gloves. That's my hands covered up. Boots, obviously. This example, I'm going to smash these on. I don't want them ones. So if I don't want them ones, right on the D-pad again, over to this, push square. That's dropped them. R1, we've got them now. That's within our person. So go up to your helmets. And on this section, we're going to push R1, scroll through. You've got so many different options, but remember one thing that is important. Remember to get a helmet with an NVG slot. So that's where you put your night vision goggles. Most of them have it, some don't. For this example, I'm going to go with this head unit here. I don't like putting head unit on with earphones. Headphones on it. I don't like using that. You got face coverings. Now, highly recommend you put face covering on just to keep yourself camouflaged. Now, we're going to go down to basically your webbing. You're going to wear your pouches and so forth. And we're going to go with something like this, for example, square. We need a vest, a bulletproof vest. That's now attached to our persons. Remember, square to attach it, okay? Backpack options, you do give so many different options. This is a radio backpack. I'm going to show you that a little bit later in the game, or a little bit later on in the video. So let's scroll down to here. We've got several different backpack options, small little Hydra backpacks. I won't tell you how to play. I won't tell you what to do. This is what I prefer because these stick out a little bit. I'll show you what I mean. It does enable you to carry more. So now if you look to the top right side, you'll see 13.16 kg, right? Now you fill that up. You get over to 40 kg, you're going to start to slow down. So weight or less weight is your friend in this game. I'm going to go with this because I know what kit I'm going to run. If you're running an LMG, definitely put a backpack on. You're going to need a backpack because of the actual box ammo. So I'm going to run that. That's mine now. We're going to start with the top. We're going to go up to this point here, the circle, right? This is a miscellaneous of basically almost everything that's in this part of the armory. So right on the D-pad, first thing we're going to use is bandages. I knew it was going to do that, so I don't want it in the pouch. So I've scrolled down to that using the right D-pad. I've pushed X, and you see the arrow. I want to move that to my backpack. That's moved it to the backpack. So 5 bandages is roughly what you need. Okay, so we're going to move over to here. Now we've got all of our kit on. This is where you get your weapons from, grenades and so on. So we're going to open this. The reason why I'm doing it like this is because when you initially load other things in, like say for example these bandages, they'll initially go into my pouch, which I don't want. I want to keep my pouch free for ammo and stuff like that. So the first thing you want to do is get yourself a gun. Go down to whatever you want to use, whether it's sniper, you want to be a sniper, like loads of different options. ARs, LMGs, a few different options there. Remember what I said about the box mags? They take up a lot of space in your backpacks. You've got launchers, several different options of launchers. And then you've got handguns. There's a few options there for handguns. We're going to go with an AR. Start with the basics just to get you guys started. So I'm going to pick out my favourite gun at the moment. And that is the ACR the Black. Okay, reason why I want this is because it runs 6.8 rounds, 6.8mm caliber. And that with 8 armor piercing rounds is fantastic. So to equip this square, That's equipped it. Right on the D-pad, go down. It's a bit janky. So now I'm on the gun. Right. Down the bottom left, if you look, you've got options there. It says back, select, deposit, new, open, and then equip and inspect. R3. So push R3, which is the right joystick, push down to it. This brings this menu up now. This is an inspection menu. I want armor piercing. You got different rounds. Armor piercing tracers. Tracers will, if you want to be covert, they will give away your location, but these are the rounds I go for. Armor piercing, non-tracer. Do that. So now I want to put that in my gun. So remember this, 30 round PMAG. Okay, PMAG, remember that, 6.8. That's now loaded into my gun, right? There is other ways of doing this, but I'm going to show you this is just a basic way. You can put things on torches, lasers, everything, you know, optics. But I know this gun's got a pretty good optic, but I'm going to put a suppressor on. So look, here's the suppressors. You've got 2 to choose from for this gun. Obviously, I'm running the black version, so I'm going to select. Right, go back down to Arsenal. So open Arsenal again. We push X. We go down here. We push right on the D-pad, and we're going to go along to the ammo. So mine are there. That's mine. So what I'm going to do is click square. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. We need all the other bits and bobs that go now as well. So I'm going to show you just the one gun. So we come down to grenades. This is a bit janky to get into. Best way I would do it is push right on the D-pad, takes you over to this menu here. Scroll up a little bit, push left on the D-pad. There we have got smokes. You want about 2 or 3 smokes, right? 1, 2, 3. You see how it's dropped it down to that menu down the bottom? That's your quick select menu. All right, remember that quick select menu. We want about 4 grenades. 1, 2, 3, 4. Right, once we've got that, we now move over to this section here, back over to the clothing section, as I call it. This is the miscellaneous. The miscellaneous. Right, we're in this section now. So we're up to this first part. Click X. These are flares. You can take flares if you want. Don't really need it if you've got NVGs. Morphine. We need morphine. Okay. So I will usually take about 6 of these because they don't weigh nothing. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Take 2 sailing. 1, 2. Map. Definitely need a map. Take your map. Take a tourniquet as well. And then 5 bandages, which are just there. Radio. We need a radio. So equip a radio. Shovel. We need shovel. Now, I don't know why it's done this, but usually that automatically goes down to your quick slots. Sometimes that can be a bit janky, but all I'm doing is just going up, pushing X or A, making sure that the upward arrow comes, and then just go down there and push it again, and then it'll drop it into that quick slot position. So we are pretty much nearly ready to go, apart from we need a couple of extra bits that I recommend taking. A repair tool, so if your vehicle gets damaged, you can sort of do a basic repair on it, or you can find a repair station around the map. We'll put that in our rucksack. Compass. Put a compass in there. We need a compass. Remember what I said about the binoculars earlier on? Right, well, these are range finders. Okay, so we'll equip that by pushing square, and that's put it into the binocular slot down there on that menu, as you just see. And down below is your NVGs, okay? This is your personal preference on this, but I like to go with the dual green NVGs. Push square, and that will equip them to there. We're pretty much done. My total kit is about 30 kg. Remember what I said about the bacon loadout, so I'm going to show you the bacon loadout now. So this is where you can also like build your kit. So this will give you all the options here. To edit, you can go there. What I'm going to do is go down to my gun. So for example, I'll show you this. Edit, I've got that. I've got the ammo. So I want to swap. I want to put an optic on it. There we go. I've got an optic on it now. Muzzle. You can put like different suppressors on it. But yeah, you can put it on there. So if you put it on there, like that's that one. Or if you don't want it on there, you just swap it out for nothing. There we are. We're ready. That gun's ready. We are ready to move on to the next stage now. But first thing you need to do, scroll down to save options. So I want to save options. So what you do, you hold down save slot 1, hold down square, and then that will save into loadout 1. In the bacon loadout, go along to the hard floppy disk drive, and then you want to save one of these by holding or clicking square, and then it will save your loadouts in here. Now we've got everything ready to go. Got all that kit. We'll show you the map. Bring the map up. That's where we are at the moment. That's our current position, as you can see. We're at MOB. That's giving us a direction as well, which we're facing. Now, not all servers do this, but majority of the modded servers do. If you get stuck by any chance and you want to try and work out where you are, you do have the options with a compass. Now, if you push left on the D-pad, to the top left, it's giving us something to highlight. You scroll down, X, that's your compass. So we're currently facing western direction. So we zoom out the map, which is L2, see the whole map. That's our FOB, forward operating base. That's in a forward operating base. This is a supply depot. Not all AAS have supply depots. So have a look, you scroll along. These are all our different locations. That's an enemy FOB, and that is currently flashing red, means the enemy are attacking it. What we want to do, we want to go and supply this area here. Start off with. Or you can go and straight in attack, but it's good to supplies. Supplies are key. I want to go to this location. You can either use your compass, you come out the road. I know when I come out this road, I've got to do a right, follow it down. I get down to here, got to do a right, left, and then into the base. Or you can get into the base here as well. Another option. Now, on this server, they're allowed to put waypoints down. If I hover over this location here, push L1 and then X, I've now got a waypoint just here. Show you that. Right, look. That's how far it is, 1.7 kilometers. See that? 1.7 kilometers in that direction. We're going to do a supply run. So, let's head over to this. This is the heavy vehicle depot. Always look for this part here. This is going to allow you and give you the options of the vehicles that you want. Hold square down. Now we've got a selection of vehicles that we can use. Transport, goods, fuel, supplies, troops. We're going to go basics, so we're going to go for a transport truck. There is other options. So you got obviously LAVs, light armored vehicles. Then tanks, M1 Abrams, all the way up the latest versions. For this time we are going to get a transport vehicle. So I pushed X on transport vehicle. That's now drops it into this menu here. Now I can put it down anywhere like that, but it's going to be a pain in the backside. If I want to spin this vehicle around to position it differently, I hold L1 and then scroll like that on the left stick, left and right on the left stick. So L3. Okay, I'm going to drop it down here, and now I've dropped it. Okay, to come out of this menu, as you can see top left, so big button and triangle, hold it down. We've now got the vehicle loaded in. We want to load supplies. You've got two options. You can go to the back of the vehicle, scroll down, and then that gives you the option to load it every 100. Then you got second option. This is a quicker way to do it. Go to supply storage sign like this, tap square, comes up with this in vicinity. So if we push X or A again, and it comes up with that menu, I would then want to push triangle or Y to select it. select that. We now right on the D-pad over to the vehicle, move and drop, and then confirm. We've got a full wagon of supplies now. Get in the vehicle, run around to the driver's side, gives you the option to get in, unlock or open. Just click get in. To start it, just push R2 and that's going to start it. Start and accelerate, I should say. So this server gives you the option of going third person in the vehicle. So if you hold down the start button, we're now in third person. Right, we've arrived at this FOB. Handbrake option is to push double X. Click that twice and then that will put the handbrake on. Right, circle to exit. Now I know the storage is full. I can't unload anything. Damn. So I need to build some things. This is where I'm going to show you how to build. So go into the main tent and then obviously we want to start building. So this is where we go over to this section here and then we click the square button to hold it down and then that'll bring up this menu. It's pretty similar to like, you know, dropping a vehicle down. We want to drop an armory, we place an armory down here and then we go to that section here. We're going to drop it here. For example, you can build other things. So you've got a small vehicle depot, you've got obviously a fuel depot, which you need. You definitely need a fuel depot. You've also got storage units, which you can place down. So look, you see these sticks here now? We come out of the tent and we've got these sticks here now. Okay, so hold right stick down and then we're going to go around to our shovel. We're going to get that out. Right, and then you go over to the position, hold square down, just keep your finger on it until it builds the armory. This has got a quick build on this server, so it does it a lot quicker. Right, now we've built an armory. Now you got to be very careful when you're doing this, especially on an FLB, because it could be being pushed, you could be being attacked. You kind of want to get this off as quick as possible. Always smoke, so right on the D-pad, get your smokes out. As soon as you get out of the vehicle, drop it down, smoke out, try and get into cover, wait for the smoke to build up, keep looking around, make sure you're not getting shot at. Once the smoke's build up enough, go to the back of the vehicle and start unloading. Now if you look to the left, you can see my XP going up, so that's your XP. Each level is a different rank. Each for different rank, you can spawn in different things. Being corporal, I can spawn in a few options vehicle wise now. So what we're going to do is show you some of the gun options, okay? I want to aim down sight. Aim down sight is L2. I want to switch between, like on this scope, I've got different scopes. Obviously I've got a red dot and a normal scope, okay? So that's my red dot. Now I want to switch into my scope, which is right on the D-pad. If you look at the bottom right hand side, there's something that says 200 meters. That's my range. So obviously you've got to range the gun to the position you're shooting from. So if you want to go like 300, you push up on the D-pad. 400, 500. This is 600 range max, this gun. Then you go down to 100 meter range. That's how you range. Right, to zoom in, hold L while holding L2, which is R1, then up on your D-pad, yeah, and then zoom out, down on D-pad. If you look on the bottom left, you can see it gives you the hints there. See, R2 to fire. And there we go. Right, I'm on single shot at the moment. I want to turn to rapid fire. So for rapid fire, left on the D-pad, aim down sight. Holy recoil. So go to your red dot. Run out of ammo. Push hold down square to reload. Cool. Clicked. Ready to go. We're alive. Right, we're going to push a building. So I want to open the door. Push square to open. There's an enemy in this, or we think there's enemies in here, right? So push down on the left stick, L3, and then that will give us a tilt left. Push down on R3, that gives us a tilt right. So you want to throw a grenade, hold right on the D-pad, select grenade, bring us a grenade out. Okay, wherever you want to throw it, think you've got to throw an arched throw. Okay. I want to get it behind that building over there, this little brown building here. So hold the pin, hold the right trigger down, then throw it. So in this section, I'm going to teach you how to bandage yourself, administer saline, administer morphine, and get yourself back into the fight. Now I can show you what to do when you've been injured. Push right on your D-pad when you've been injured. That tells you what injuries I've got. You've got to do this fairly quick as well because you'll pass out. So I've got bleeds everywhere. Bandage, push up on the D-pad, right, hold, triangle, and then that will bandage that area up. I've got bleeds on both of my legs, as you can see the blood symbols. So left leg, bandage that. So you hear your heart pounding even further. Need saline because I've got I've lost a lot of blood pressure basically. Give some pain relief, which is a morphine. So now we know how to do supply runs. I'm going to show you some of the other infrastructure you'll see when you first load in. This is a small vehicle depot. We have Jeeps, Humvees, ambulances, Jeep with it's an M2 on top. Yeah, M2, there you go. SUVs, bikes, JLTVs, pickup truck, ATVs, loads of different variety of vehicles, and they're all different on different servers. We've got helis. We have like loads of different options. Obviously, they're rank locked, so you know to get certain helis you need certain rank. What we're going to do, we're going to do a heli. I'm going to show you just basic flying a heli. Like I said, it's always best to learn in the actual training school. The first bit of section I showed you. Right now, I'm at this heli. Go to this. We're going to open it up. Here we are. We can load it. X or A. X or A again. Triangle or Y. Right D-pad over. X again. X again. That's loaded that heli up with supplies now. Okay. Two options to start. As you can see at the bottom left hand side, you can hold down triangle, which will start the engine, or if you hold R1, that will give you the option of free look inside the heli. Have a look around. Obviously, there's the co-pilot. Here's the start engine up here. You've got different lights, dome light, search light, navigation lights. So we're just going to do it like this. We're going to hold down square. Now, obviously, I'm looking the wrong way. If you double click R1, or just click R1, it'll bring us into that view. So just click R1 once and it'll bring us back into that view. Free look, hold R1. Want to look forward again, just push R1. There we go. We're back into it. Take off is your left stick. Push up on your left stick. We're going to push auto hover once we get up a little bit further. We're going to go up. We're in auto hover now. And now if I want to turn left or right, basically left stick is left and right when we're in auto hover. Okay. Now don't get confused when you want to turn left right when we're in motion. I'll show you why. We're going to get a bit more height. So it's up on the left stick. To turn auto hover on and off, you've got to push down on the left stick. So L3. You've got to compress it down. Now to move forward, we use the right stick. Okay. So to move forward, we dip the nose. Push up on the left stick and dip the nose. That gives the engine more power. We're now moving. So now I want to turn left or right. So if I want to turn left, I'll bank left and then pull down. Yeah? Bank left, pull down. and then level back up. I want to turn right. I'm gonna push right and then pull back at the same time on the right stick. Now we're getting a nice little circle. Don't try and do anything fancy as soon as you get in, and always like spawn in helis from the main operating base. Do not spawn them in at FOBs, especially on AAS, because it just pisses people off because you're eating like supplies quick. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to get to this point here and I'm going to land. So I'm going to pull back on my stick to slow myself down. Right, I've slowed right down now. And then I'm going to push auto hover. We're into auto hover now. With auto hover, we're in a position we're not moving. I'm going to go into third person to make this easier for you guys. The third person, hold down the start button. R1 to pre-look. That's what I've got underneath me at the moment. Now, go back into the position. We want to go down. Pull down on the left stick. But don't do it too fast, because otherwise, yeah, you hit the ground pretty hard. Right, I'm moving backwards, so I'm going to tilt forward, push forward on the right stick, and then we're going to pull back again on the left stick, all the way down. We're going to land ourselves nice and safely down here. We're down on the ground now. Down the ground. Whilst pulling down on the left stick, tap the triangle button. As you can see, bottom left, it gives you the option to do that. Tap it. There we go. So we're going to spawn in a little vehicle now. Drop the Jeep in, like we did before. Get in the vehicle. Just look at the seat, push square. To unlock it, look down, and then it'll give you the unlock option. I'm not unlocking mine because obviously I'm doing this for a video. You can switch all to different seats and stuff like that. Start it again, same process as the truck. Hold down R2, and then go left. Go. When you're driving along, you can do like handbrake skids as well. You can do power slides. Pull the handbrake up. Little handbrake turn. Stop the vehicle, obviously brake, use L2 to get out. Click your handbrake to get out, and then is to just push circle. Switch lights on, push up on the D-pad, turn them off, push up on the D-pad again to put full beams on, hold up, and then switch it off. You can also do it by looking like that, but it's a bit janky. Right, to get your MVGs out, it will be double click up on the D-pad outside the vehicle or inside the vehicle. Change the brightness is R1 and then up on the D-pad to right or down on the D-pad, turn it down. To crouch down is circle or B, lay down, hold it down, and then you'll be in that position. Next thing I need to show you is how to use your radio. L1 wants to use proxy chat, so you're talking.
I can't find it.
So you're talking.
Arsenal.
So L1, now you're talking in proxy, so everyone can hear you. To talk on your radio between your group is hold L1, and then you can talk to your group, and then let go. To talk to platoon, L1 circle to cycle between the two. L1 circle, and then you're on platoon, so you're talking on platoon. Now you're talking on local. To mute a channel, hold down, and then L3 on, so the left stick, push it down. That's muted one of the channels. That's muted the main. Or if you want to turn it off completely, push R1 down. So pull down and then push stick down. That switched it all off. Switch it back on, push it again, or if you want to mute it, push the left stick down. You can change the frequency, so if you hold L1, push square, pull that, so which one you want to do, up or down, so pull down or up on the right stick, then you can adjust the frequency. If you look at the bottom left, it says change cycle channel or adjust frequency. So to equip your binoculars, hold down on the D-pad, and then to look through them, hold down L2. Like I want to say, for example, look around and we can have to see where everything is. If I want to see the distance of how far that building is, push square once, it's 153 meters. And then to put your binoculars away, hold down the D-pad again. You want to get your compass out, double click down on the D-pad. There's your compass to see what direction you're going in. If you want to equip anything in your backpack, basically it's the same way as anything on the bandaging or anything like that. Just that triangle once, and there you've got wire cutters. To use wire cutters, push R2 when you're near a wire fence. So that's it for my tips and tricks video for 2026 in Arma Reforger. Hopefully this is going to help you out. Hopefully it's going to get you started. Like I said, anything you want to look back or scroll back to, it's going to be chaptered throughout the video. If you have any other tips or tricks that I don't know about, please drop them in the comment section. Not only will you be helping me out, but you'll be helping the whole community out as well. I hope you enjoyed the video. Until next time, thank you very much, and I'll see you soon.